Today in this video, we're gonna find out if judo or wrestling is better for street fighting. What's up guys, Nguyen, OG Fitness, welcome back to the channel. So if you guys are new to this channel is all about fitness for martial arts for older guys. Now if you're young, don't worry about it, you're not gonna be young forever. And so yeah, keep watching, learn from us older folks who have a little bit more experience. I think it's gonna be very beneficial. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to look at why I think judo is better for the streets and why I prefer judo for the streets. I'm gonna read you guys the question that prompted this video. This is from, I'm gonna butcher this completely, Nguyen. Right. So, Yo Hong, I wanted to ask, why do you prefer judo as your main grappling style, particularly over wrestling for self-defense? That's a great question. So, I have a slight bias towards judo because that's the sport, the grappling sport that I've spent the most time in. I actually was 6 years into BJJ. And what happened was I essentially lost my job, ran out of money, wasn't sure what to do, and got recruited by one of my teammates who became my first judo coach. And so I've been in judo ever since. It's been about 8 years now. I'm a black belt, blue belt in BJJ, and I've been doing martial arts my whole life and all. So let's get into it. Now, one of the reasons why I do prefer judo, not like biased aside, as much as possible. With judo, you have the ability to stay standing for the most part. You develop that skill after executing a throw on your opponent. So me personally, like in a street fight, I would use more judo. That would be my first instinct once I clinch up, than wrestling. You know, because wrestling, you kind of have, for the most part, wrestling, they have to dive for the legs. So we're talking about singles, doubles, high crotch, and stuff like that. That's usually what, yes, there's other stuff, but that's usually what they go for when you think wrestling. Okay? Whereas judo, like, I wouldn't dive in between anybody's legs right away. I would, you know, use my striking to, you know, like keep it at bay, or use my striking to close the gap and clinch up. Once I clinch up, after that, I would throw, I think the big basics, at least for me, these are the ones that I'm very comfortable throwing, would be Haraigoshi, Ogoshi, and then, what was the other one? Oh, Osoto. Osoto would be really nice too. And they kind of all, I find, link up together. You could easily transition from one to the other, right? And you would be able to stay standing up. And the throw is a lot more, I think in my opinion, violent. Like if you throw someone really fast, really hard, and you stay standing and they slam into the ground, like chances are it's done. And if it's not done, then, well, that's why you could, you know, at least your top position, and you can finish off and do whatever you want from there. Whereas with wrestling, I find that, and I wrestle too, guys, by the way. I've been wrestling now for maybe, I would say about on and off for about 3 years, right? Maybe, you know, anywhere between 1 to 3 times a week, depending on what was going on at that moment, how busy I was and all. So I have pretty decent wrestling, in my opinion. And of course, my judo is, you know, better than my wrestling because I've done it more. I've done it for a longer time. And also, it's really hard for me to judge in a sense because I would probably end up using both, depending on the situation. Like if I see an opportunity to, and this is something that's very instinctual at this point. If I feel like I go for a judo throw, it's gonna be a judo throw. If I feel like if I see a leg or whatever, I might pick that leg up. You know, I might go for a high crotch or some kind of single or something like that, right? And I would transition maybe over to the back, boom, grab the guy from the back, take him down, suplex him, whatever. So then we're going into more wrestling style type of takedowns. But I'm very confident at this point with all the training that I would be able to toggle between the two wherever needed, whatever is necessary and whatever makes more sense for me, because of my training and all, then yeah, I'm just gonna hit that. So am I gonna hit a judo throw? I'm gonna hit a wrestling type of takedown? Yeah. Now, the thing with wrestling takedowns as well is that with the singles, the double legs, the high crotches and all that, you follow the guy to the ground. And that's kind of not where I would want to go. Like, if I don't have to, if I had the choice, I'd rather stay standing. And I think judo has a better, I would say, we're better equipped to stay standing on takedowns. So I feel as though, I know in competition in judo, yes, people go to the ground as well, but that's just because they want the ippon. But in traditional, martial arts judo, we stay standing. Think of it this way: like the samurais back in the day did, jujitsu. Jujitsu is basically the martial art of the samurai, which is where judo was derived from. If you throw a guy, you kind of want to stay standing up, because being on the ground is very dangerous when there's like thousands of people around, trying to kill each other with big ass swords. So that's it for this video, guys. What do you guys think? Do you prefer judo or wrestling for the streets for a self-defense situation? Me, I have a slight preference for judo, but I mean, I'll use whatever I need to use to get the fight where I want it to go. And yeah, slamming somebody hard on the ground is always good, but if you can't, if at least you can bring them down and stay on top, then you can rain down some punches and finish it off ground and pound or whatever. So let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps me to grow. And follow me on IG, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me there and I'll answer you guys directly. It's a little bit hard to keep track of the conversations in the comment section. I do my best, but with all the videos that I posted and people watching them and commenting left and right, it's not always easy. And yeah, and I do want to answer you guys, and so that we can, help out the community, grow this channel, build something really, really awesome. All right, guys, thank you very much. Peace. Oh, one last thing. I almost forgot, and this was really important. Somebody else actually chimed into the comment section and said, well, wrestling has 0 subs, which is true. Because wrestling, they pin guys down. And that's why they go to the ground, right? Like, the rules of the sport will dictate how guys train. And if you train like that for long enough, then that's pretty much it becomes habit. So when wrestlers take you down, like, they usually follow you to the ground, right? Obviously, I understand that some people won't necessarily, some wrestlers won't actually follow the guy down to the ground in a sense, in a self-defense scenario, but I'm just saying, right? Now with judo, you have submissions. So if you do take the guy down to the ground, then after that, there's that bonus of you having techniques and tools to sub the guy, break his arm, choke him out, do whatever. And I just wanted to add that in there, and there you go. Thank you guys. Peace.